The PlayStation 5 has completely changed the way we experience video games. It's no longer just about better graphics or faster loading times. It's about immersion, emotional storytelling, refined gameplay, and moments that stay with you long after you turn the console off. Some games feel good while you're playing them, but others become memories, experiences you remember years later. In this video, we're counting down 15 PS5 games that everyone should experience at least once. This is a ranked list, starting from number 15 and slowly building up to the most essential PlayStation 5 experience. These games represent the very best of what the PS5 has to offer, whether that's next-gen technology, unforgettable stories, or pure gameplay excellence. So sit back, relax, and let's begin the countdown. At number 15, we have Astrobot. This game is exclusive to PlayStation 5 and is currently free, bundled with every PS5 console. Astrobot is more than just a game. It's an introduction to the PS5 itself. From the very first level, it teaches you how the DualSense controller works, using detailed haptic feedback and adaptive triggers in ways no other game does. Every surface feels different, every action has weight, and every interaction feels intentional. Beyond the technology, Astrobot is filled with creativity, charm, and personality. Each level introduces new mechanics without ever overwhelming the player. The playful tone, colorful visuals, and constant surprises make it enjoyable for players of all ages. It also serves as a love letter to PlayStation history, packed with references that longtime fans will appreciate. Astrobot proves that fun and innovation don't need to be complicated. At number 14, we have Demon's Souls. This PlayStation 5 exclusive currently costs around $69. Demon's Souls is the remake of the game that laid the foundation for the Souls genre. Everything about it feels heavy, deliberate, and unforgiving. The world of Boletaria is dark, mysterious, and oppressive, pulling players into its atmosphere immediately. Combat is slow and punishing, forcing players to study enemy behavior and think before every action. Death is frequent, but it's also a learning tool. Each failure teaches you something new. Visually, the remake is stunning, with incredible lighting, detailed textures, and smooth performance that fully showcases PS5 power. Demon's Souls is not meant to be rushed. It rewards patience, focus, and persistence, making every victory deeply satisfying. At number 13, we have Marvel's Spider-Man 2. This game is exclusive to PlayStation 5 and currently priced at around $70. Spider-Man 2 builds on the foundation of the previous games while delivering a more ambitious and emotional experience. Playing as both Peter Parker and Miles Morales allows the story to explore different perspectives, struggles, and personalities. Swinging through New York feels faster and more fluid than ever, turning simple movement into one of the most enjoyable parts of the game. Combat is refined, offering more abilities, gadgets, and enemy variety. The narrative dives into darker themes, personal responsibility, and inner conflict, especially with the introduction of Venom. Spider-Man 2 balances blockbuster action with heartfelt storytelling, making it one of the strongest superhero games ever made. At number 12, we have Ratchet & Clank: Rift Apart. This game is available on PlayStation 5 and PC, with a current price of around $60. Rift Apart feels like a technical showcase designed to demonstrate what next-generation hardware can achieve. Instant dimension hopping happens seamlessly, with no loading screens breaking immersion. The environments are vibrant, imaginative, and packed with detail. Gameplay remains fast and accessible, but never boring, thanks to creative weapon designs and smooth combat. The story introduces new characters while maintaining the charm fans expect from the series. Rift Apart is the kind of game that feels polished from start to finish, offering a fun and visually stunning experience that's easy to recommend to anyone. At number 11, we have Returnal. This game is available on PlayStation 5 and PC, and currently costs around $60. Returnal is intense, demanding, and unlike anything else on this list. It combines roguelike structure with fast-paced third-person shooting, creating a constant sense of tension. Every death resets the world, forcing players to adapt and rethink their strategies. Combat requires sharp reflexes, positioning, and awareness at all times. The DualSense controller enhances immersion by making each weapon feel unique. The story is psychological and mysterious, slowly revealing itself through environmental storytelling. Returnal is not forgiving, but for players who push through its difficulty, it delivers one of the most rewarding experiences on PS5. At number 10, we have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This PlayStation 5 exclusive is currently priced at around $70. Rebirth expands the iconic Final Fantasy VII universe into a massive and richly detailed world. Exploration feels meaningful, with varied environments and side content that enhances the main story. Combat blends real-time action with tactical depth, allowing players to experiment with different character abilities and strategies. The soundtrack elevates every moment, adding emotional weight to both quiet scenes and epic battles. What makes Rebirth special is how it respects the original while confidently reinventing it. The story takes unexpected turns, keeping even longtime fans engaged. It's a modern RPG that feels both nostalgic and fresh. At number 9, we have Helldivers 2. This game is available on PlayStation 5 and PC with a current price of around $40. Helldivers 2 focuses on cooperative gameplay and shared chaos. Missions are intense, unpredictable, and heavily reliant on teamwork. Friendly fire is always enabled, meaning every mistake has consequences. This leads to moments of tension, laughter, and unforgettable gameplay stories. The large-scale battles and constant enemy pressure keep players engaged throughout every mission. Helldivers 2 proves that cooperation can be just as thrilling as competition, especially when victory depends on trust and coordination. At number 8, we have Stellar Blade. This PlayStation 5 exclusive currently costs around $70. Stellar Blade delivers stylish, fast-paced action with a strong sci-fi identity. Combat emphasizes precision, rewarding perfect dodges and smart timing. Each enemy encounter feels intentional, and boss fights are cinematic and challenging. The world design is visually striking, combining futuristic environments with dramatic presentation. Stellar Blade feels focused and confident, offering a polished experience that highlights modern action game design. It's a game that rewards mastery and leaves a strong impression long after it ends. At number 7, we have Baldur's Gate 3. This game is available on PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox Series consoles, with a current price of around $60. Baldur's Gate 3 offers unmatched player freedom. Every decision, dialogue choice, and combat action shapes the story in meaningful ways. Based on Dungeons & Dragons rules, the game allows for endless experimentation. Characters react to your choices, and outcomes are rarely predictable. The writing is excellent, the performances are strong, and the role-playing depth is incredible. Whether played solo or cooperatively, Baldur's Gate 3 delivers one of the richest RPG experiences ever created. At number 6, we have Control Ultimate Edition. This version is available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series consoles, and PC, currently priced around $40. Control blends supernatural action with mystery and atmosphere. The Federal Bureau of Control is a constantly shifting environment that feels alive and unsettling. Combat revolves around telekinetic powers, allowing creative and destructive gameplay. The narrative is intentionally strange, encouraging players to piece together its meaning. On PS5, the game runs smoother and feels more immersive than ever. Control is unique, thought-provoking, and unforgettable. At number 5, we have Resident Evil 4 Remake. This game is available on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series consoles, and PC, with a current price of around $60. Resident Evil 4 Remake modernizes a classic while preserving its identity. Combat feels weighty and responsive, while the atmosphere remains tense throughout. Enemy encounters are intense, and resource management keeps players constantly on edge. Visual improvements enhance the horror without sacrificing performance. This remake proves how older games can be reimagined successfully for modern audiences. At number 4, we have Street Fighter VI. This game is available on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series consoles, and PC, and currently costs around $60. Street Fighter VI welcomes new players while maintaining depth for competitive fans. New control options lower the entry barrier, while advanced mechanics reward dedication. The visuals are bold and stylish, and the online experience is smooth and reliable. Whether played casually or competitively, Street Fighter VI offers one of the strongest fighting game experiences available today. At number 3, we have Gran Turismo 7. This game is available on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4, with a current price of around $70. Gran Turismo 7 is a celebration of car culture and driving realism. Every vehicle feels distinct, from handling to engine sound. On PS5, haptic feedback adds immersion, making braking, acceleration, and road surfaces feel realistic. Whether racing competitively or casually collecting cars, Gran Turismo 7 delivers depth, authenticity, and satisfaction. At number 2, we have God of War Ragnarok. This game is available on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 and currently costs around $70. Ragnarok continues the journey of Kratos and Atreus, but this time the story feels more personal, more emotional, and more impactful than ever before. The game explores the evolving relationship between a father and a son who are both struggling with destiny, responsibility, and the weight of the past. Kratos is no longer just a god of war. He is a father trying to protect his child from a world that demands sacrifice. Atreus, on the other hand, is growing, questioning his identity, and trying to understand his place in a prophecy he cannot escape. The world design in God of War Ragnarok is absolutely stunning, offering a wide range of beautifully crafted environments across multiple realms. Each area feels distinct, filled with rich detail, hidden secrets, and optional challenges that reward exploration. The soundtrack perfectly complements the tone of the story, enhancing both quiet, emotional moments and large-scale battles. The narrative dives deep into themes of fate, family, sacrifice, and the fear of becoming what the world expects you to be. Every major story moment feels meaningful, carefully paced, and emotionally earned. Ragnarok isn't just a sequel, it's a powerful conclusion that cements itself as one of the strongest narrative-driven games of this generation and a defining experience on PlayStation. At number 1, we have Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition. This version is available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series consoles, and PC, with a current price of around $60, and it represents the definitive way to experience the game today. After years of updates, improvements, and refinements, Cyberpunk 2077 has evolved into the game it was always meant to be. The Ultimate Edition includes major gameplay updates along with the Phantom Liberty expansion, which adds an entirely new storyline, new characters, and deeper systems that elevate the overall experience. The RPG systems allow for deep customization, letting you shape your character's abilities, playstyle, and identity. Whether you prefer stealth, hacking, fast-paced gunplay, or a mix of everything, the game supports it in a way that feels flexible and rewarding. Combat feels smoother and more responsive than ever, while progression systems encourage experimentation and replayability. The storytelling is mature, emotional, and unafraid to explore themes like identity, power, mortality, and the cost of ambition. Cyberpunk 2077's redemption arc is rare in modern gaming, and the Ultimate Edition stands as proof of what can be achieved with long-term commitment. It earns the #1 spot as the most essential PlayStation 5 experience on this list, not just for what it is now, but for the journey it took to get here. That concludes the countdown. These were 15 PlayStation 5 games everyone should experience at least once. Each title offers something unique, whether it's innovation, storytelling, challenge, or pure enjoyment. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Which PS5 game deserves the #1 spot for you? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.